I'm going to navigate that. I'm going to navigate.
Okay, you're.
So I navigated so that I can, because my father's greatest bit of wisdom to me, several nuggets. One of them was, it's not good enough to be right. You also have to be effective. And if you reject the college campus, then you have no influence on them. They're not going to say, oh, we're not going to get Bill, maybe we should change. Then you have no influence on them.
Sweetheart, I can wait till they grow up a little. Okay, I can wait. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about with comedians.
You pull age rank on me?
Comedian. No, you don't know what I'm talking about. You know you know outer space.
Well, what I will tell you.
I know fucking doing comedy shows.
I'm a huge...
Bill Maher has spent years complaining that young people have become too sensitive, too woke, and too afraid of offensive comedy. And look, there are legitimate conversations to have about free speech. But there's a huge difference between criticizing a specific campus policy and declaring an entire generation of young people nuts. Because when you listen closely to this exchange, Neil deGrasse Tyson exposes the real weakness in Maher's argument. Bill says young people have changed. Neil basically asks, okay, then why have you given up on them? And that's the question Maher's entire culture war worldview struggles with. Because if your response to a younger generation is simply, they're ridiculous, I'll wait until they grow up, you're not challenging them. You're abandoning them. And if you're serious about changing minds, that's not courage. That's surrender. Let's get into it.
Nothing. What are you talking about?
You're the grumpiest. You know what I feel like right now?
Why do you find grumpy?
I feel like now I'm going to turn 65. I feel like we're on your porch in the rocking chair. Get off my lawn,
I'm not the grumpy one.
No, let me ask. Can I ask? I know it's your podcast, but I've been carrying questions within me for you.
Yes, please. Okay. Carrying them.
Okay.
Wow.
So you don't, as I heard you say, maybe you dot it here and there, but you've abandoned college campuses in your stand-up.
Every comedian has.
Okay. So
literally everyone.
Let me ask you. If you came up today, would you just read the landscape and develop a whole other comedic repertoire that does not end up having people picket outside your thing? Are you just transposed and you're not adjusting to the shifting terrain? So why is it their fault and not your fault?
Well, you're being so broad about the whole thing.
Yeah, I am.
Well, but that doesn't work because that doesn't ever explain anything. If you want to talk about specific issues, it's funny, this subject comes up a lot of times with like people who are, my friends who are around my age, 40. No, and they have like kids who are like super woke and drive them fucking nuts.
I got woke kids. I will never be as woke as my kids would want me to be, ever.
Yeah, but you're a little too, still. And, woke does not automatically mean better. Newer does not automatically mean
that's
better.
True.
So that's why I say to talk broadly is bullshit. You have to like talk about what specific, issue are we talking about? The ones that get people's attention are gender issues.
Yeah, I know, but what?
Things like that. This is very different.
You cut your teeth in the 70s.
What I'm saying is,
and you read the room.
Okay, but I'll answer
you. Read the politics.
I didn't read the politics.
Yes, you did.
How the fuck do you know what I did?
Because I know your jokes of the era. They were great.
Well, a lot of people think they're great now.
Okay, they're still great.
I don't know if you don't any.
No. What I meant was,
am I not woke enough for you?
Were jokes that would work on a college campus. Okay. Surely there's a portfolio of jokes that would still work on a college campus. Surely.
I would hope not. From what maybe some college campuses, the ones you read about are fucking insane.
You've given up on an entire generation, and you don't know how to make them laugh.
I have given up on any place that doesn't even remotely attempt to believe in free speech and thinks that anything that they hear that they don't like, that they don't agree with, is violence. These people are fucking nuts, and you should be calling them out. Somebody like you, who has standing with kids, should be not joining them.
When there's a science objectivity to it,
You're doing what parents do. You're taking the path of least resistance, and therefore hurting the kids and yourself. Parents ruin both their lives. They ruin their fucking spoiled kids' lives, and they ruin their own lives because the kids rule the roost. So that's what you're doing on a national level.
I'm feeling more like on the porch. Get off my lawn.
Really?
You
I feel like
whippersnapper.
we're in the barbershop.
That works too. In the inner city, it's the barbershop. We don't have porches in the. Well, there's the stoop. There's the stoop. So here's my point.
That's my
I'm
piece.
trying to get through to people on my social media and the like, and I see what pisses people off, what they react to, and I say, all right, these are the landmines. I'm going to navigate that. I'm going to navigate.
Okay, you're.
So I navigate it so that I can, because my father's greatest bit of wisdom to me, several nuggets. One of them was, it's not good enough to be right. You also have to be effective. And if you reject the college campus, then you have no influence on them. They're not going to say, oh, we're not going to get Bill, maybe we should change. Then you have no influence on them.
Sweetheart, I can wait till they grow up a little. Okay, I can wait.
And there it is. I can wait till they grow up. That line tells you everything about the attitude we're dealing with. Because these aren't just abstract political opponents. We're talking about an entire generation. And instead of asking why young people think differently, Bill's answer is basically, I'll wait for them to become more like me. That's not challenging young people. That's assuming they're immature simply because they disagree with you. And the evidence doesn't even support the caricature that young people simply hate free speech. A 2024 Knight Foundation Ipsos survey found that 9 in 10 college students consider free speech important to American democracy. At the same time, students reported significant self-censorship and discomfort around controversial discussions. So yes, there are real problems. But young people are not some army of anti-free speech radicals. They're having a complicated debate about speech, identity, discrimination, and what universities should actually protect. And that's a conversation worth having.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about with
You
comedians.
gonna pull age rank on me?
Comedian. No, you don't know what I'm talking about. You know you know outer space.
Well, what I will tell you,
I know fucking doing comedy
I'm
shows.
a huge consumer of your trade.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, I mean, thank you on behalf of all the comedians
I'm
in my
a huge consumer. I'm just letting you know that.
You mean of all comedians?
Yes, of all
Okay,
comedians.
yes. Well, on behalf of all of us,
And
I
I
thank
have
you.
And notice what just happened. The argument has moved beyond whether a joke works on a college campus. Now we're talking about who gets to decide whether an entire generation is worth engaging with. And this is where I think Tyson's position is fundamentally more useful. You don't have to agree with every idea coming from young people. You don't have to pretend every campus controversy is imaginary. And you certainly don't have to stop making jokes. But if your answer to social change is simply, I'll wait until these people grow up, then you're not participating in the culture. You're standing outside of it and complaining. And that is exactly the get off my lawn mentality Tyson is pushing back against. The question isn't whether young people are always right. The question is whether you're actually willing to engage them.
And so I'm wondering, how do you navigate? I have on the Sirius XM, you got comedy from the 90s, 2000s, 2010s. They decade them.
Yeah.
And I listen to comedy from the 2000s.
But
half the jokes you can't tell today.
But exactly, and just to put this in perspective, we did a piece on this, and this is going back 7 or 8 years. This has been going on, and it's only gotten worse. But Chris Rock, Jerry Seinfeld, and Larry the Cable Guy, all at the same period of time, announced they are not doing colleges anymore. And we
Chris Rock too.
We did jokes like, a Jew, a black guy, and a redneck walk into a college, and they all go, fuck you, I'm getting out of here.
Right. So they don't work anymore.
If Jerry Seinfeld's act, which can whiten teeth, it's so clean.
He's a pretty clean humorist.
Brilliant.
Yes.
But if you're upset at Jerry Seinfeld's act, I'm sorry. The problem is you and how you were raised. Spoiler alert, wrong. You were raised wrong. That's the key to everything, is the kids were raised wrong. And it doesn't make me the bad guy because I noticed this. I don't know why you want to join this.
I want to navigate it so I can still be effective in communicating.
Yeah, me too.
But no, you've given up. You're on the rocking chair.
No, I have not given up.
Get off my lawn.
But you have a no. That's stupid.
That's real.
Stupid. It's so fucking. It's demeaning and insulting.
No,
quite frankly, because it's reducing what I do, which is really subtle.
Yeah,
and a lot of smart people like it.
It's a lot of subtle stuff.
That's what they would say on Fox News.
What?
Oh, he's just old. Get off my lawn. It's a prejudice. It's not accurate. It's not cool.
You're not allowing my free speech.
I'm allowing it. I'm just calling you out on your bullshit.
Just
But-
because it doesn't agree with you doesn't make it bullshit. It could be just
Exactly.
a different point of
But
view.
it's-
I'm just saying.
Get off my lawn is not a point of view.
But that's a fun reference. Come on, you know it's a fun reference.
but it's pretending. It's not accurate and it's not honest because it's pretending that all I am is a primal scream against the future coming. I'm not a primal scream. I love the future when it's good.
Do you
I love
want
my
to influence
iPhone.
that generation?
If you want to bring
then
back
you navigate it.
If you want to bring back communism, which like a third of them do, no, I'm not going to go, oh, that's new. Isn't it great? You know, I could say, hey, let's shit in the kitchen and eat in the bathroom. It's new. But is it smarter? No. This is what I always tell my friends when they're like, I can't talk to my kids because whatever I think, they go, that's old thinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but is it better thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Is it better thinking?
And that's the part I think Bill Maher's argument gets wrong. Because young people questioning old ideas is not a crisis. That's how society changes. And yes, sometimes young people are wrong. Sometimes they're overly sensitive. Sometimes they get caught up in online outrage. But older generations have been wrong too. Plenty of the ideas that were once considered completely normal are now recognized as discriminatory or unjust. So that's how we've always done it has never been a serious argument for anything. And that's why I actually think Tyson's point about effectiveness is so important. If you want to influence people, you have to talk to them. You can't spend your time insulting an entire generation and then complain that they don't listen to you. You can't call young people stupid and then act shocked when they reject your message. And you definitely can't turn every disagreement over race, gender, comedy, or politics into proof that an entire generation has lost its mind. The free speech debate on campuses is real. Students themselves report self-censorship, discomfort, and difficulty discussing controversial subjects. But the same research also shows that students overwhelmingly value free expression and want opportunities for constructive dialogue. That's the part the culture war narrative leaves out. Young people aren't one giant political bloc. They're not a monolith. And they don't need Bill Maher or anyone else to wait around for them to grow up. They deserve to be challenged. They deserve to be criticized. And they deserve to challenge the generations that came before them. Because that's how political and social progress actually happens. So if your response to the next generation is get off my lawn, maybe the problem isn't that they're changing. Maybe the problem is that you're afraid of where they're taking the conversation. If you believe young people should be challenged, not demonized, and that progressive politics should fight for a better future instead of romanticizing the past. Subscribe to The Honest Perspective. I'm Neil. Keep questioning power, keep demanding better, and never confuse resistance to change with wisdom. That's The Honest Perspective, and that's where I'll leave you.